How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Come on. Oh, damn.
Welcome to Biomutant.
I don't understand what camera shake is. Hold on. Feel the view should be. It should be like comedy. So screw it, it should be fine. Alright, delete that.
Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure.
We'll go for that.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Resilience. I'm not choosing him.
Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Mercenary. Deadeye. Mercenary. Deadeye. Deadeye. Mercenary. Mercenary chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a... But for you, it's not a...
Let me introduce myself.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around.
But what comes...
In your nature...
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time or place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. Youch! Shot. All things end. Not the easiest way to get up. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Shit.
Chop it up. Up for grabs. Wham!
Oh shit. Ah, press the wrong instead of one. Ah, no.
Nice shot. You're not dead yet.
Ah. Alright, press that one. Wait. Nope. Alright.
emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morphs produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Now that's a flesh wound.
Me too.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom.
Puzzles, 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 puzzles. Not really.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Damn. Wrong way. Try that again. Do.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste and, without consideration... It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go.
Well, at least those puzzles are easy.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Hold your ground. Slice and dice. Get up! Sharp steel. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers.
Vunko mpa pilvov u farfarif loatolo bilia e paso ya yumawa.
Had it not asks if you were tired. You're the potato people. The nonos. You'll need a net. Now, from
Ya yumawa.
Hilo,
Ya loma utulu ba yowo.
the genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse, his friend Gizmo is working on a mekton and needs help defeating the jumbo puff at the end of the west route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the merc puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the northwest route. Nocco has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the hoof puff at the end of the east route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out, his friends are gearing up. Regardless, you're getting the hang of it. Quickest way. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Okay.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged.
Nice.
Let's see.
Nice. What has that been eating?
eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down.
What a hat.
Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Okay. Cool.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
Points based on decisions. Okay.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
Yeah, sure.
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
It's quite funny, that. Oh, powers mutations. Cool.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are 2 nearby. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Oh no.
Out-of-Date
Well,
says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the
Got an
balance
edge
of
for
power
Skyrim.
to either Jagni's or... He believes...
Okay, where I'm going.
Another fork in the road. It's...
This way first. I want items.
It's a bridge. Just get over it.
I got your back.
Right between the eyes. They've restroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began.
Ah, oh boy.
That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war, or part of the problem. Carving it up. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Close encounter.
Ah. Oh no. Alright.
Jordan, in My Hero, we now know what the invisible girl looks like.
Ah. Hot eye.
Fairly. You don't see her completely because it turns out the real
Let's see.
traitor is the belly button laser dude.
So she's not the traitor.
She's not the traitor. It turns out to be the belly button laser guy. It was a trick in the manga a couple of weeks ago. What it was is when he's like, I have plenty of friends to spare, it zoomed in on her. But it turns out she was actually stood invisible listening to the trailer.
Ah, right.
And it turned out to be the belly button laser guy with his family. So it turns out he was born quirkless and his family went to All for One to get him a quirk. But they ended up in servitude to him, and if they didn't do as he'd say, they would kill them.
Not really.
But she runs and tells Midoriya. Midoriya tries to stop him, and then as the family and him try to flee, he fires a laser at him.
Yeah.
But she jumps in the way and refracts it, and because it was such a huge blast and she refracts it, it causes her to become like slightly visible. So we actually get to see sort of half of her face.
Fair enough.
But then they're caught by Midoriya, and obviously they're not actually bad. It's they've sort of been forced into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then it's everyone there, and the head teacher of the school, like that mouse dude thing. It's like, could you children leave the room? And like they're like, no, like no, we're not leaving the room.
The deep.
So the last bit has Midoriya sort of having a go at belly button laser guy, saying like, just because you did a bad thing doesn't mean you're going to be a villain forever, sort of thing. The last thing, and then the last couple of panels is like Bakugo sort of looking at Midoriya and sort of like, Deku, I get it now. Sort of like why All Might choose Deku and why Deku is the hero. Manga's not going to be much longer. Nearing its end.
It has been going for a while.
Yeah, the manga actually started like way back in like 2016, 2015, something like that. 6 years, man.
Oh, disappeared.
That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. You the Prowler.